Speaking of home, some people prefer to keep theirs simple. Lori Schimmeler is a great example of this. She lives in a small hand-built log cabin about the size of a 2-car garage off of an old road that MapQuest doesn't know exists. And you literally have to climb a tree to get to the second floor where the beds are. I went out there to spend some time with her and record her essay.
Took 99 trees to build the cabin, but we planted hundreds. Just took one from here, didn't take very big ones. That's why we had to do so much chinking. We used some of the clay from the pond to chink in between the logs there in the cabin. And that cabin cost $1,500 to build. And we've been in it for 20 years. And let me show you the twig stove. When it's not sunny in the summer and it's too hot, for a fire in the cabin, I use the twig stove. You only use smaller pieces of wood and it doesn't pollute as much. Nothing can go wrong because we don't have anything to go wrong. Pipes can't burst, there's no pipes. I believe in less. I believe in less even when the world around me believes that more is better. More things, more space and houses, more conveniences, more entertainment. I believe in less even as America, in my lifetime, has consumed a greater and greater proportion of the Earth's natural resources. I believe in what the Earth has to tell us, that we have right here what we need, and that needing more endangers us all. In 1962, I met a beautiful Andean child who had less. I was a Peace Corps volunteer, and she, Cecilia, became one of my friends. She was tiny for 12, but her spirit was large, and she sang rhapsodically for me to follow her. Her choza, hut, was one room with a thatch roof and dirt floor. She and her large family had no beds, but Cecilia beckoned me over to a small mat. Her wafer-thin hand held mine, and the force field of her eyes was so compelling. You could anchor yourself there in complete contentment. That child of rich skin and exquisite features had no mirror, no idea how aesthetically electric her image was. Her glow, her happiness in the treasure she was about to share with me. She pulled it out. It was a rag, tied up by its frayed corners. Her hands trembled slightly as she undid the knot, and then she smiled at her treasure, a bottle cap, a piece of glass, a realito, a coin worth a fraction of a penny, and a piece of broken chain that looked like it was made of tin. I believe in children, in their goodness, their songs. I believe we need less infatuation with consuming and conforming, and more time spent with our true treasures, our children. Cecilia was ecstatic with something most North American children would throw away, happier than some U.S. kids would be in a candy store in the middle of Disneyland with pockets full of money. I believe in less, in fewer inanimate objects for our children, and more and more and more love and attention and respect.
Lori Schimmeler of Frankfurt about simple living. We close the 2010 edition of This We Believe with our final essayist, Sally Ramsdell, who explains that although she's been through many things in her life, she is still the same wife, mother, grandmother, and friend she's always been.
I believe I am still me. A glimpse in the mirror still startles sometimes, although my family seems to recognize me. I have to reintroduce myself to people who have not seen me in some time. Some friends have drifted away. Others have proved more caring. The egg-balled alien look has given way to that of a Buddhist nun now that chemo has passed. My brows and lashes are returning. Although pink was never my color, I have joined the beribboned sisterhood. Some things are simpler. Though I have lost the womanly contours of my torso, it's easier to pull on a t-shirt now that I can raise my arms than to fumble trying to mate hooks with eyes. No need for shampoo, conditioner, or even brush and comb for the daily routine. No need to dread the annual uncomfortable compression by the radiographer. It may have saved my life. In the past few months, I've learned more about medical matters than I ever dreamed would be of interest. I prefer to focus, however, on the topics of herbs for my kitchen and garden, weather and bird observations out my window, and the daily adventures of my family. No, I'm not my illness. Yes, I believe I am still me.
Sally Ramsdell of Irvine reading her essay for This We Believe. She discovered upon being diagnosed with breast cancer that not many resources were available to women in rural areas. She and a friend of hers in Estill County are starting a support group for those in a similar situation. For anyone who's looking for a caring ear, they have an email address.
It's estillpinkribbon@gmail.com. We'd be very happy to get in touch with you and share what we've learned.
We'd like to thank all of the wonderful women who participated in This We Believe. You can read all of the essay submissions from this year and last and listen to some of them at our website, WEKU-FM. Support for This We Believe comes from the Women and Gender Studies program at Eastern Kentucky University, making the invisible visible. The Women and Gender Studies program offers a multidisciplinary minor and a certificate program. For more information, 859-622-2913 or www.womenstudies.eku.edu. Executive producer for This We Believe was Keith Neisler. Production assistance provided by WUKY in Lexington, WFPL in Louisville, WMKY in Moorhead, WVXU in Cincinnati, Ohio, WFAE in Charlotte, North Carolina, and WMSV in Starkville, Mississippi. This is listener-supported radio, WEKU Richmond, Lexington at 88.9, WEKH Hazard 90.9, and WEKF Corbin 88.5. I'm Nicole Robinson Carroll. Thanks for listening.